What is up, everybody? Back here with another tier list video. I got like two more I gotta do, but this one I wanna do first because this one was the hardest. Others will be easier than this, and I just want to quickly mention this Master Roshi. Not gonna put him on the screen. He is so restricted that I cannot put him on the top 10. The way the battles are, it's like his teams are not that good. Like, we need to wait until Physical Kid Goku gets his Easy A, then we can start talking Master Roshi. But I'm gonna just go ahead and say, make sure you drop a like, subscribe. So, let's go into this one, number 10. I'm gonna let you guys know right now. The only reason why the Vegeta is not off the list is because he doesn't have a restriction. Except for this 50% or less HP, this is easy to get. Like, at least for me, because I don't use all rainbow characters 24/7. This is easy to get. You can easily get hit very hard. Even with the best characters, you can get clapped. Probably not for half your HP, but for a lot of it, you'll take like 200k, I've seen. Um, you will get this. I've seen. And the only restriction he actually has is this. He has to face one enemy, which most of the battles are one enemy. He stacks. That's also good. Um, it is what it is. He also gets 48% damage reduction and a 30% dodge. I think that's pretty good. Obviously he's not a slot 1 character, but he's not on a lot of teams. But on the teams that you want to use him on, like Planet Namek Saga, you want to use him on there. In Human Deeds, you might want to use him on there. You know, he got 2 teams that you want to use him on there. Gifted Warriors, you might want to use him on there. So, like, for that reason, like, over Master Roshi, there's a whole bunch of teams where you're like, do I really want to use this guy? Let's move on. My number 9. My number 9 is going to be this Goku right here. Let's put this guy up here. This Goku, his leader skill is so interesting. Movie Heroes and Final Trump Card, he is like, because, I use a certain team, and I use my own teams, like, I mess around and use teams. He actually bridges physical trio, Goku, Trunks, and Gohan. He bridges them with a couple of other characters that normally they couldn't be on the same team unless this guy is on leader. So his leader skill is really cool. The only problem I have with this guy is he's like, if you don't dodge, you're dead. which which is cool. 70% dodge is good, but it's not that good if they're nullifying your dodge. But when he goes into this, he gets when you use your finish skill, you get guaranteed dodge. He's good. I think he's all around good. He gives support when he's in this mode. Homage to AGL Super Saiyan 3 Goku. He's just really solid. If the bosses, like, I'm assuming they're gonna keep doing this. At least put like 1 or 2 phases that have like you can't dodge in it. He's gonna get worse and worse. But if it's only like a couple fights that you gotta worry about, I don't think that bad. So he's gonna be my number 9, just because he dodges all the time, and that's all he really does. He's good, but he needs to dodge to do like his. Let's move on to I and Super Vegeta. It's not this one, but basically that's basically what he is. His leader skill is very good. Vegeta's family or Super Saiyans, very, very good. And Pure Saiyans, Battle of Wits Core, his leader skill is bonkers. He builds up. Pretty sure he stacks right here. I don't know why he shows it like this. It is what it is. He guards. That's always good. 18%. The only thing is, you can die with him. That's the thing. But the good part is if he gets hit, he gets this. You know? He only has to get hit 4 times, which honestly 4 times is a lot. But as the fight progresses, as long as you're not dying, he's getting stronger. And basically, you can put him in slot 3 and come back, and then he'll be at this. And then he'll get the 18%. This is not a lot. This is nothing. 50% is not even a lot. The only problem I have with this guy is, like, all he does is attack. But he's really good at it. And he's on some decent. Other than that, he's kind of mid, in my opinion. Kind of mid. He's gonna easily fall off. If they keep putting harder fights, because as time progresses, we're saying, oh, there's only like 1 or 2 hard fights. How many times can we say that before this guy is assed out? You know what I'm saying? Like, we already said that, like, a couple celebrations ago. Oh, yeah, there's only 1 fight. Oh, there's only 2 fights that he struggles on. Oh, there's only 3 fights that he struggles on. Like, he's getting phased out pretty fast. So, let's go ahead and throw him on number 8. That is my number. Now, let's continue. Guys, Majin Buu. Majin Buu. He does no damage. He does no damage. But you know what he does? He doesn't die. That's what he does. He heals. He doesn't die. And if he does die, he gets the revive for free. Guaranteed. And after he dies, he gives you all your HP. He gets stronger, so you kind of want him to die eventually. He guards. He starts doing double supers minimum, and he doesn't die again. Basically what I'm telling you. He doesn't die 2 times. And then the cherry on top is delays a single targeted enemy's attack for 1 turn. Changes all key spheres to cookie. Basically making you recover all your HP. You just throw him on the team. And then that's it. You just keep him there. Like, oh, I'm low on health. Let me just put him in slot 1. Hopefully he dies. A lot of the time when I'm using him, I'm like, damn, I hope he dies. He never dies, to be honest. He actually does not die. It's kind of funny, because I try to make him die so he could get all his buffs. And he still don't die. Like, I intentionally try and put him in slot 1, slot 2, so he doesn't die. It's actually... He's just really good. That's all I can say. He just stacks his defense. Other than that, he sucks. Be real. He's just there. Guys, my number 6 is Slug. My number 6 is Slug. This guy's actually good. This guy's actually really... Like, from 6 on, the power level is different. The power level is different. Honestly, I kind of want to put this guy a little higher. Because I'll think about it. I might put him just slightly higher, maybe ahead of the next. He's just really good. You have to use him on his own team, and that is obvious. Like the Master Roshi, yeah, you want to use him on his own team, but he only has 1 team. And then on top of that, demonic power, that's a kind of big category. Like, that category is, like, pretty good. His linear partners suck. But what he brings to the table, he does 66% damage reduction. That is amazing. 200, this is permanently. 200% attack, plus another 200%, plus 200% defense. 70% chance of doing a super. Builds up. Foresees super attack after receiving 5 hits. 66% or less at the end of the turn, recovers 6 HP. And then he does the domain. Then what does his domain do? 15% attack and defense. Increases damage received by superclass enemies and allies by 10%. Plus an additional 15% for characters who also belong to the Earthbred Fighters category. He honestly, I'm about to put him higher. He's super good. He's just really good. Lord Slug. Super Saiyan 3 Goku is my number 5. I'm honestly about to put him in number 6. And you know what? I am gonna do it. We're gonna switch it up. We're gonna put this Goku in number 6. I think Slug is way better than this. I think he's way better than this. Listen, I'm gonna be real. This guy can easily get phased out. Easily get phased out. There's more fights now that are taking longer to do. He's gonna, like, as soon as he loses this buff, it is over for him. He's, like, honestly garbage. 30% damage reduction is nothing. Now, I could easily see them doing this on his EZA. I could easily see this, I mean, this getting reduced. I don't know why he loses all of it. But if he did not lose all of this, I would consider him being better. But at the same time, the amount of turns that you're going to be able to use him effectively, like on his first turn, he's going to probably get this 30%. I mean, my bad. He's like, after like the 3rd turn or 4th turn, he'll get this. Maybe, if you have good RNG, right? But by then, what is this at? I mean, this will probably be at pretty low. You know, it'll probably be like 70% maybe. He's alright. He's alright. Like, at the same time, he's restricted to his category. He needs someone on the Majin Buu saga. Yeah, every time when I'm talking about him, I just want to put him lower. 50% chance of nullifying a Ki Blast Super. And then his full power Kamehameha active skill, it's good, but who cares? Like, who cares? Everyone does damage. He's good, guys. He's good, but he's definitely going down to 6. Slug is definitely better than this guy. Let's move on. Okay, we're on number 4. Guys, my number 4 is, I might get some hate for this. It was hard for me to do this. My number 3. You guys are probably shocked by this guy. I'm gonna just say this. The only reason why this guy is here is because he's restricted to his team. You know, I'm just trying to be a little harsh on characters. I know I was like really, like, Master Roshi is an exception. His whole kit is like, he needs to have certain things all the time. Like, that shit's ridiculous. This guy, he needs another power absorption or transformation boost. This isn't really an issue. But at the same time, like, once he transforms, which he can do almost immediately. This guy is the best in the game when he's in this. But he can only do this for like 3 turns, is it? But he's kind of, you want him on power absorption, you want him on Majin Buu Saga, you probably want him on Sworn Enemies. Like, he got 3 good teams that you want him on. And Majin Power, but technically, if we're being serious, Majin Power, Majin Buu Saga, and Power Absorption are all the same team. Let's be serious. They're all the same team. All the same characters. If you're using him on the team, like Majin Buu Saga, you're using all the Boos. Majin Power is the same exact thing. Majin Power is just an excuse to have characters that are not named Majin Buu on the team. That's all this shit is. Literally. Majub. Android 21. Like, Power Absorption is the main team, which I do like how they made it so you have to be on Power Absorption. Also, a lot of the Boos are Transformation Boos. Also, a lot of them are Artificial Life Form. Okay? That's the reason why I don't have him higher. His teams are all the same. Well, of course, he's one of the best characters on each of the... Don't hate me, don't hate me. Don't hate me. Vegeta. Good. But he's lacking. The main thing he wants to do is be in slot 1 so he can give everybody the defense, but the problem is, him being in slot 1 is risky sometimes. I think he's very good, he helps the rest of the team survive, and he's on like a million team. That's basically pretty much all he does. I like him because he gets all his stuff like right away. If only this wasn't 200 and this was like defense and attack or something. Like, I see where they were going with this, but you know, it is what it is. They kind of messed up on this dude, but he's lit. You know, he's cool to look at. He supports his team. You could just put him in slot 2. You could put him in slot 3, but probably want to just put him in slot 2. Let the slot 3 character get the buff, and you know, it is what it is. He's gonna stack this a little. It is what it is. I'm not gonna talk too much about him. He's a good, solid character. That's it. That's all I can say about him. Other than that, his EZA will be crazy. This is kind of tough. I do think the Goku is better than the Vegeta, in my opinion. Because he gives himself a 50% buff. And like I was just saying about the Vegeta, is that's the 50% for like 1 turn. He gets the 70% dodge. He builds, like, he also builds his attack and his attack. But when he receives attack, he gets this still. He still gets this as a 2nd turn. He gets this. He gets this. Like, the 70% dodge. Like, he's just a little mixture of everything. And then, he gets this eventually. Like, he's just really good. He's very solid. I don't know if people think that Vegeta could be better than him. But, I don't know. I feel like I use him more than the Vegeta. Now, mind you, like, look at the teams he's also on. And he's giving support for 2 turns. I think that's really good. Because it makes, like, the mediocre people who's hitting not that strong, like, hitting pretty hard. 41% is kind of a lot for 2 turns. Imagine if you got Vegeta on the other rotation. You know? Those counters are going to be hitting a lot. Is Glorio. And the only reason why... Oh, man. The only reason why is because his supporting, like, he just does everything good. His leader skill is very good. 50% here. And then he does this. which is just insane. Like, he's like basically stacking, and then he gets a good buff. He gets the 50% dodge, like just because. And then in second slot, he gets the 70% chance of doing a super. Third slot is obviously, this is where he truly, you want to keep this. Basically, he goes off rotation and comes back. This is still up. Pretty good. And then he gets this. This is what Diamond Vegeta should have. And then he gets this. So basically, like, not a slot 1 character, but in slot 2 and 3, he's actually kind of bonkers. And then he gets this, like, so he could get up to like 80% dodge, and then you could just give him more dodge. Like, now mind you, dodge is like kind of trash, but he doesn't need to dodge. That's the thing about him. And then he does this, disables enemy's action once within a turn. He's just broken. Still, he's really good. Honestly, I was thinking about spending coins on him, but I'm not gonna. The only problem that I have with him is these right here. He's limited to only these teams. Like, that is his #1 issue. That is his #1 issue. But if he's on any of these teams, he's probably the best character on that team. Maybe. Actually, demonic power, he's probably, yeah, he is the best on that team, I think. Dragon Ball Seekers, yeah, I would say he's the best on that team. Battle of Wits, now that's the team, that's like the #1 team that he has competition, but Heavenly Events, probably the best, for sure. This needs help. This was major help for that team. Accelerated Battle, another contending team. Yeah, not much to talk about him. He's just super good in every direction. Yeah. So guys, if you enjoyed this, drop a like, subscribe, and I'm gone.